Word of God said that God see the proud afar off, but he exalted the humble. So then who are the humble and who are the proud? You see the proud afar off. Because if you're not proud, then you must be humble. If you're not humble, then you must be proud. So what it's basically saying is that if God sees the proud afar off, that means that pride separates man from God. And the pride that separates man from God is the pride of life. For him to see you afar off. And where did pride begins? Where did we first see the first show of pride? It was with Adam and Eve in the garden after they sinned. And they were covering themselves from the presence of God. Because they found out their nakedness. So now, then pride is obviously this realization of something that is negative, because the same thing, the same nakedness that was okay before pride comes in is the same situation they're in. Nothing has changed, because they were naked before and they were naked after until they covered themselves. So pride is the realization of anything, is looking at anything and having a negative outlook at anything. That is what pride is. So if everybody was created beautifully, but if you say some people are ugly, then that's pride. If you say separate between the rich and the poor, that's pride. The person that's famous and the person that's not, then that's pride. The person that's skinny or the person that's fat, then that's pride. Because if you're living in Jamaica, it's okay to be fat. And it's not okay to be skinny. If you're living in America, it's okay to be skinny and it's not okay to be fat. So it depends on perspective and where people are. And in Jamaica, I was fighting to gain weight. You know, because I was skinny. And in America, I come to America and then I try to lose weight because it is what the people. So pride is this condition, it is this peer pressure that man have a conception of, and whereas none of the situations made any difference at all, because Adam and Eve would have been perfect just the way they were, like in the sight of God, of being naked. And the only problem that they had was finding out that they were naked. And then upon finding out that they're naked, because of the sin, because of what they did, their disobedience to God, then now they become conscious that being naked is a problem. So any situation within a man that or woman that cause you to think, to discriminate against any status, because any status that is positive, it can be negative. Any status that is negative can be positive, because the same thing is in the same thing in two different states. Because the ugly person that you see as ugly person is also a pretty person. If the eyes that is looking at the person is pretty, and it's thinking pretty and it's clean, because in fact that all creatures of God are beautiful, because God is life. He didn't create any dead things. Death comes in the world because of sin, and therefore death is the only thing that is ugly. So if you're thinking that somebody is ugly when they're actually beautiful, when everyone is actually beautiful, then it is your eyes that is looking at them like that. So then you're the one with the problem. So pride is about outlook. You know, because if it was the standard to be poor, then everybody would be trying to be poor and trying not to have anything. If it's a standard to be rich, then everybody would be trying to be rich. But guess what? In heaven, you're better off poor, or at least not having your mind set on material things, which also does corrupt the soul. So perspective is everything, and it is all about it. Is the same thing that you thinking of negative is the same thing can be positive. So why not just think positive? Because the negative thinking, the negative outlook of life is what pride is in life, and it is what separates a man from God. Thanks a lot. My name is Danny Symphony, Iron Symphony, Delroy Young. Thanks a lot. Visit my website at thelocalteller.com. Thanks, and please, my folks, please subscribe, because I have a lot more to say and a lot more to teach. Thanks a lot.